Hi friends! We're not gonna make this awkward, okay? Sure, yes, my eyes may have a little bit more moisture in them than usual, but we're not going to let that make things weird.
Are you sure about that?
Eyeballs just get sweaty every once in a while, and sometimes for really no good reason, which is definitely the category I fall under this evening.
Mental breakdown story time.
Basically, my grandma is spending the night tonight, and my family is doing fun family things downstairs, like eating tacos and watching TV shows, and I can hear them laughing. And so I'm like, all right, you guys you keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna hurry up and do my makeup, and then I'm gonna film a video. I'll be back down here to soak up this big family energy in no time. Just want to clarify, this is not the video I planned on filming. Kind of hoping that goes without saying, or else that would mean that I pre-planned a mental breakdown to film. What can I say? I'm just a spontaneous gal. Look no further, boys. I'm your lady of spontaneity. Nope, messed that up. This is where it just gets downright embarrassing. It's a story you've heard time and time again. I couldn't get my winged eyeliner to match. 40 minutes go by of me just going back and forth, back and forth. And at this point, I am one with the raccoons. If I were to just go out into the wild, they would accept me as their own. No questions asked. So finally, I'm like, let me just go wash my face and start over. So I redo all my base makeup. I'm ready to go again on the eyes. When my mom comes up with an iced coffee and sees my face and goes, "What's wrong?" And everybody knows the what's wrong from someone you care about is just an instant tearjerker. And that brings us to where we are today. Still in the thick of it, but this is making me feel better, as you can see. Haven't sprung any new leaks, so that's good. Oh, spoke too soon. Go back. Blink it away. Anyways,
to make a long fucking story short,
here right now, for the third time, I'm gonna do my makeup.
There she goes. There she goes again.
Okay, my makeup's off, so welcome back to my TED Talk on how to do your makeup while crying.
Smiley face.
First up, we are already getting into what's quickly become my favorite little product. It's a French word, and I better nail the pronunciation because I'm always going on about how I studied 7 years of French.
Caudalie.
It's Caudalie. Anyways, it's this refreshing face spray that I use as my primer, I use as my setting spray. Heck, I use it whenever I feel like it. However, I must warn you, it smells very minty, and the best way to describe it is like a spa. So if you're sensitive to smells like my mom, this may not be for you. But let me tell you, when you are mid-mental breakdown, anything that smells even close to a spa is welcome. Now, I've actually been super digging the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. It makes me feel like a natural hoe. I mean, technically, if people ask you, "Wow, are you wearing any makeup?" you can say,
"No, only moisturizer."
However, this does not fit the current situation. When you're crying and you got a stress breakout going on, you need something a little stronger. Which brings me to Marc Jacobs Foundation. I use the color Bisque Medium. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This stuff is so full coverage that it scares me. It could cover up anything. It could cover up your daddy issues. Pimples, gone. Redness, vanished. Tears, never heard of them. It could cover up the Kardashian scandals. Here's a plot twist. I only use concealer just every once in a while. It's not a part of my everyday makeup routine because usually I just will blend the foundation all the way up to my eyelids like I would the concealer. So I just use it when I feel like I need it, like a breakout or puffy eyelids from crying. Once you feel like your face is doing a good job at lying to those around it by saying, "I am not sad, I'm glad," that's when you can lock it in place with some setting powder. I use Mercier translucent powder. So not only do I set my under eyes to prevent creasing, I also will set my smile lines, or in this case, frown lines. And even though Nikki Tutorials would highly object, I then set my eyelids with powder to prevent creasing there. If you're an individual who's super into eyeshadow, this would not be the move. An eyelid primer would work much more favorably to you. But call me lazy, because you'd be correct. Eyeshadow is just such a special occasion step for me. Oh, here's a life hack. If your eyes ever spring a leak and there are no tissues around, beauty blenders do a great job at soaking up the tears like a sponge, mainly because it's a sponge. Now's the time where I like to counteract feeling dead inside by looking alive on the outside. And I like to do that with a tan powder and blush. This is Kat Von D's Locket powder, and I actually bought the wrong color, so for the past couple months I've been far too orange, and the Oompa Loompas called and they want their look back.
Oompa Loompa Doopal Dee Doo.
And now it's time for blush. I indulge in this step. First up, I'm going to go in with my favorite bronzer. It's Physicians Formula. You can get this at any drugstore, and I like to use medium to dark bronze booster. I put this stuff everywhere, especially in summer. I just frame my whole face with it and I bring it down to the neck. This is Too Faced Peach Infused Blush. It smells like peaches, some aromatherapy for our current state. And I put this right on the apples of my cheeks. And then with an eyeshadow brush, I'll put it on my brow bones. And once again, to achieve those summer vibes, I will just full-on bronze my entire nose to give it a burnt look. You know, we like what we like. Now, just because we get sad from time to time doesn't mean our brows have to be sad. So what I do is just brush the little suckers down, get my Anastasia Brow Wiz in caramel, and just fill it in where the skin is poking through, where my brows are more sparse. Then I brush them back up to turn that frown upside down, and very lightly do the same to this bottom edge. And you'll notice that these two corners of my eyebrows are still sparse with skin poking through, because if I were to fill that part in like I have in the past, the dark ages, my eyebrows look like stamps. Oh, fuck! Now that we have come this far, it is time to reward ourselves and treat ourselves with the magic of highlight. Try not to smile challenge. This little lady is Becca Highlighter in Champagne, which is Makeup Guru for Pop. I dropped my mascara. I got it! This is Too Faced Lashgasm mascara that for some reason they stopped selling at the store, but last time I checked they still sell it online. I just realized that I should have used a waterproof mascara, being that this is how to do your makeup while crying. That was like the most obvious step and I blew it. Basically just always do the opposite of what I do and you'll be good. You know what, let's kiss all this internal sadness goodbye and work on the lips. First step is always chapstick. It's like the foreplay to the lipstick. You can't just go in raw with lipstick. Is this too much? My favorite lip liner in the world that not even my girl Kylie can hold a candle to. Is that the saying? Can't hold a candle? What does that even mean? Anyways, it's called Sand by Prestige. And here's another plot twist, but when I'm not using Kylie, catch me wearing Sugar Daddy by Too Faced, my favorite lipstick. Oh, what the heck, I'll top it off with a little Kylie gloss. And now let's bring it full circle with my favorite wetness. That was the weirdest way I could have said that. Oh, crap. I just dropped it. Before I forget, another life hack is you can put white eyeliner on your pink little waterline. You'll look fresh as a daisy. No, that's not right. I feel much better now. Humor is my favorite way of bouncing back. So thank you so much for watching, my lovelies. And here is all the love just for you. I hope I didn't make you feel weird. But that is what I do best, so bye!